Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shane, and in this video, my quest is to craft a new way of making cobblestone out of plaster of Paris and just a simple metal tool. That's seriously all that you need and a tiny little bit of water, and you can make something that's hand carved with intentionality, and it looks fantastic on a diorama scale. I think there are faster methods with different materials and tools like rollers and silicone caulking, but I don't have a roller and I didn't want to spend any money on silicone, and I just kind of messed around with different levels of it drying, and I think that the results are incredible. Normally I make dioramas, but I really wanted to make this tutorial because I thought it was so cool and fun, and I wanted to show it with anyone who's willing to watch. So without further ado, let's make some cobblestone. I mixed plaster of Paris with Mod Podge and water until I got a nice muddy texture. After spreading it around, I waited about 10 minutes for it to slightly dry. With a wet fingertip, I smoothed it as flat as possible. It doesn't need to be perfect though. 10 minutes after that, using a rock and tinfoil, I worked texture into the plaster. You can be a little rough here, because the beauty of this method is that where there are imperfections, you eventually lean into in order to make the cobblestones look more interesting and unique. Take whatever metallic tool you're carving with and find the shape of your first stone. If it's too hard to create that definition, apply a small amount of water and continue to carve.
You let the tool do the work, you see?
Using too much water or not dispersing it enough will cause pieces to fall off. If you stick to this method for a little while, you'll end up with tons of cobblestones. Wherever they meet, I like rounding off the edges to make for a more natural look. Sometimes it's nice to switch it up though, and have small rocks nestled at those intersections. The process is the same for those little guys. If anything breaks off, usually from too much water, just add some PVA glue and go work somewhere else for a little bit. Wearing a mask or respirator for this type of work is a very good idea. Any rocks that have big bumps or are uneven from the texturing phase can be made to stand out with more carving. Lean into those imperfections. They look really cool if you look closely. Once everything is laid out how you like it, paint it up with your favorite mix of colors. I chose a cool blue-gray. Make sure to get in all those little cracks as well. If you've used too much paint, be sure to dab it up so we don't lose any of that texture on the stones. Speaking of texture, now's a good time to pull that out with a light gray. At this point, you can add watered down PVA glue into all the cracks and add sand or grass. I used a needle applicator, which was like $3 at Michael's, but if you have a pipette or syringe, that would work just as well. Just be sure to wipe down and dry the tops of the rocks before you add your material. For my third and last example, I use a basic black wash. With that done, my quest was complete. Here are the final shots of the cobblestone plaster. You don't have to stop here. You can add green washes to grass or make the stones mossy, or re-highlight that sand in between the cobblestone with whatever color suits you. Once again, if you're looking for a nice fun way to make cobblestone that is calming and mindful, and you like having a lot of control in that cobblestone as opposed to rolling some roller over it and calling it a day, then I think this is really worth trying. And for those of you who show up and you want more diorama making, that's coming. I'm sorry. I just couldn't find any video like this on YouTube using plaster, and I felt like it was worth sharing. I appreciate you making it this far in the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.